Hi, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm a bookkeeper at American Bookkeeping Services. And today I thought we could just talk briefly about how to create bank rules in QuickBooks Online. So, yeah, it'll be pretty quick and simple, but right now we are in the sample company. So you can see this is Craig's Landscaping Design Service. And none of this data is real. It's the sample company. So we're in the transactions tab under bank transactions. So you can see we have different transactions here, and there's different accounts. We have checking, savings, and we have MasterCard. But you can see we have description, we have payee, we have categor if we want to categorize or match, and then we have whether we spent something or we received something, and of course the date. So wouldn't it be great if we could create a rule that automatically categorized this here a rental? So I know from doing this in the sample company that a rental or A1 rental corresponds to a particular company. That's a particular vendor that we have. So let's see if we can actually make a bank rule for this A rental. So if we look here, so what we can do to create a bank rule is let's duplicate this tab here. So we have another QuickBooks tab, and we can go to the rules section. So once it loads, I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go to transactions. Under bank transactions, we keep going down, and we'll see it says rules. So we'll click on rules here. And we can go over here, click new rule. And we'll say A1 rental rule. Okay. And this, we can either have it apply to transactions that are money coming to us or money going out to vendors, for instance. So A1 rental is a vendor. So the reason we can have both tabs open is so that we can look at what is going on here. So we have A1 rental for these three transactions here. It's all uncategorized. We have two uncategorized expenses and one uncategorized income. We received, I believe, a refund for the $200. Yeah, that was a refund. Okay. So it looks like most of the time we're paying them. And this refund was for $200. So it seems like what we pay them is variable. So in the rules here, we can have it be description, bank text, or amount. So because it's variable here, because basically we owe them $1,000 here, I'm assuming that this refund was taken off of this $1,200 here. So the amount that we spend with them is variable, so we don't want to use that. We want to use based on the description or the bank text. So the bank detail says A1 rental backhoe rental. So let's check the other ones. Let's make sure that they're the same. A1 rental backhoe deposit refund. And then we also have A1 rental. So between all of those, they all say A1 rental. So I think that should be a good, most of the time we're paying them, right? Unless it's a refund, which shouldn't happen that often. In all bank accounts. So this account that we were looking at is probably checking, right? So we're spending money, we're sending them money from our checking account, and the description contains A1 rental. Okay, and let's test the rule. So you can see it's not being applied to any unreviewed transactions, which is strange. So let's just make sure that we typed it in correctly. So you can see here, we have to be very careful with exactly how we are writing it in our rule itself. So you can see I didn't capitalize the full word. So now when we change rental to entirely caps, let's see if that works. Still doesn't work. Okay, so description, maybe we need to change it to the actual bank text itself because those are different. So let's test the rule. Okay, so great. So now this rule will apply to 2 unreviewed transactions. Okay, and then now we can come down and assign it to basically doing some kind of categorization. So it's if we have money going out, we want to, most of the time, it's going to be an expense. So what would the category be? A1 equipment rental. So we'll set it here as equipment rental as the category. And we also have the product service that we can check here. This would be for, most likely, if this was for a customer, we can say what kind of service we are providing. But because we're making a payment to a vendor, we're not providing them a service, we're providing them with money. Okay, so you'll see here that we have our vendor list, but it starts at B, and we want A1 rental. So we're not going to find A1 rental in here. So let's add a new vendor. Make sure that we click which one we want, customer, vendor, or employee. So A1 rental as a vendor. We're going to click vendor. So we'll do A1 rental. Okay, we could put other things in, but let's just, for the sake of time, let's keep it like this. So we'll click save. Okay, we have our payee set. Okay, and at the bottom, it says automatically confirm transactions this rule applies to. So we can click auto add, or we can start off with it just fills in the data, and then we still have to confirm that that how QuickBooks put it was correct. So you may consider starting with not auto adding and then auto adding later. But just for this video, we'll click auto add and we'll click save. Okay, so you can see here, it shows up priority 1, rule name, A1 rental rule, apply to all accounts, bank text contains A1 rental, set category to equipment rental, and I believe it should also be an expense. So yeah, one thing here is priority. So we can make lots of different rules. So if there was some bank text that had A1 rental, and then maybe it had something else, maybe it had A1 rental, and maybe we had another rule. Maybe we have 2 or more rules that apply to the same bank text. So I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but if there's 2 or more rules that apply to that bank text, right? It contains different text, right, that we have. It's going to go in order. It's going to use this priority system to classify it uh, based on the first priority. If it contains this, then it's going to do that, right? So the things that are maybe more rare or less likely should be down at the bottom, right? Or just however you want to set it up. So yeah, we will go take a look at our bank transactions. We'll go back there and we will see what happens. See if anything happened to our, and you can see here that those the A1 rentals are gone. So it only applied to 2 of them, but we still have this one here. And let's see what's going on here. Why didn't it take this? It says A1 rental. So that's very strange. Oh, so the reason that this didn't add is because this here is actually a refund. And when we set up our rule, we set it up for expenses only. And so this is not, we received money, so it can't be an expense. So that's why it was not applied to this particular transaction here, even though it did say A1 rental in it, right? So it really helps. It's good that QuickBooks gives you these rules that are very granular and are applied only to expenses, or only if we have money coming in or money going out, right? So that's a helpful way to do it. So yeah, I thought going over bank rules would be helpful. If you have any other comments or things that you'd like to learn about with QuickBooks, let me know. I'd definitely be interested in hearing your thoughts, hearing ways that we can help improve your bookkeeping, make it simple, make it easy, and stress-free. So yeah, my name's Alex. I'm a bookkeeper with American Bookkeeping Services, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.